What up, man? Now I'm out here driving, just sightseeing, you know what I'm saying, meditating a little bit. And while I'm driving, something told me, like, you could do anything you want to do right now, right? And it was more so referring to about making money or becoming wealthy or rich, you know? And I'm like, damn, I can do whatever I want to do to become wealthy or rich. But then I also made a point to say to myself that, but I'm talking about material wealth and rich, like, you know what I'm saying, talking about actually getting a lot of money, right? And then right in that instance when I said that, something told me, like, but what is being rich and what is a lot of money? Because we all know it's a lot of millionaires who still feel like they're broke. Let me get $1,000,000. It's people who have $100,000 and feel like they're broke. But to a person like me, that's basically rich shit. You know what I'm saying? So what is having a lot of money? And then I realized it's all about your mind state. It's all about how you perceive it. You know? Meaning you can have $1 and actually genuinely feel like you're rich. And the truth would be that you are rich, because you're the only one that can define what rich is. You know? Just in that statement alone, I'm rich. No one can tell you you're not rich. What they gonna say? Oh, well, go buy this if you're rich. I don't desire that. I don't get any satisfaction for that which you say I need to go buy out there. So yes, I'm rich. You know, that shit crazy. That's how they work, like, for real though, because what is the definite amount that constitutes being rich? Like, if we was to have a definition of what's rich, like, I mean, I guess it's a definition of rich, right? It's a definition. I'm sure it's in a dictionary. I really need to look what it says, because I'm pretty sure it don't have an actual amount. You know what I'm saying? A dollar amount of what is rich. So it probably say some shit like, when one acquires enough resources to be able to operate freely or some shit like that. I don't know. But, you know, I feel like it's going to say some vague ass shit like that. I don't know. I haven't really looked up what rich means. Like, it's funny. I actually never even looked up the dictionary. Like, what is rich? But I'm going to look it up. But I'm pretty sure it says some shit like that. Now, if it got a dollar amount or something, I'd be surprised. But I'm pretty sure it's basically saying some general shit that can apply to any situation if you want to look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure it says something that implies that basically, if you want to, you can switch that around to make it be in your favor. Even if you do got a dollar, you can apply that same definition to what it's saying, I'm pretty sure. So it just, you know, I feel like that's something to think about, man. It's really something to think about. It all starts in our mind. You know? It all starts in our mind. It all starts in our mind. And I'm telling you right now, the reason I'm even speaking on it for real, because it's like within the last couple months, maybe year, probably a little before then, I've been very aware of my thoughts, and more so talking my subconscious thoughts. I've been very aware of every little subtle thing that I think to make me react or respond a certain way, or to have another, you know what I'm saying, thought after that. I've been like very aware of that, and it's been really just whipping my ass for real, because I've now come to the realization to see that I basically, the reason where I'm at, which we all know, is because we'll put ourselves in predicaments, but it's just something about when you really, really know that that's what it is. Like when you can see it unfolding and you still going through it, and you can see that it's because you're putting yourself through it, and it's because of how you're viewing it. You know what I'm saying? To somebody else that's looking at you, they probably would love to be in your position, as far as some of the shit you may have that you're not grateful for. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Not so much as walking in your shoes and going through all the other bullshit you have to go through. But like as far as when a person just seems like they're not gratified with something and they feel like they don't have enough. You know? That's where I'm talking about the mindset coming about the being rich. Because what is enough? You know what I'm saying? How much do you need to be satisfied? To feel like you're rich, you know? Spiritually and physically. How much do you need to feel like you're rich? Do you really need anything? Where all these things you acquire, would that really make you feel any more whole? Like we all hear all this shit all the time about it's within, it's within. And it's like become a cliche because we say it, but we're not really getting in tune with what that actually means. And actually putting it and applying it to ourselves to try to get different results. Because that's basically what it all boils down to. I've been reading this book by Tony Robinson, whatever. You go by like two names, I guess, because shit, whatever. Anyways, and he basically talking about, you know, the same thing as far as beliefs and mindset and creating your reality in a sense as far as your attitude towards shit. And mainly how the reason we're trying to do anything is to get results. So if you see that your results is not getting you what you want to do, you need to evaluate yourself and go to the root, which would be your thoughts. And once you see your thoughts, you will see that your thoughts connect to your feelings. And then your feelings connect to your action or inaction. So once we get a different thought process and maybe switch up how we view things, then our attitude towards certain things will change, thus changing our results. You know? And some people, like a person like me, it like when you've been through so much shit growing up and have certain mindsets that's stuck in stone, it's hard for you to alter them, you know what I'm saying? And you don't even know how to alter sometimes. And one thing he quoted in the book also, it's about modeling. Meaning, you find someone or you know, some people call them idols. Nah, we ain't gonna call them no idols and shit. But you would see someone who's in a position where you feel like, you know, they portray certain characteristics that you're trying to pursue. You know what I'm saying? They got a certain mindset that presented them certain results. Meaning they may be wealthy or, you know what I'm saying, they may have a good business, they might be a personal trainer, you know, they worked on their body or whatever like that. So basically you would need to model their thought process on what was they thinking and their attitude towards what they was doing to get the results they get, to get the results that they had gotten. So if you do that, then you're basically going to get the same result. That's how, you know, just how babies can copy you. That's how babies learn. They basically modeling you. They're copying what you do. And from just viewing you, they can imitate what you do because they see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to get a certain result and you see someone is already getting those results, you could kind of skip a lot of the processes of going through trial and error, you know what I'm saying, and get those results by modeling them and kind of, you know what I'm saying, evaluating their mindset and how they do things so you can get the same results. You're going to get the same results. If you do it like that as far as their thought process and their attitude towards it, and you see how they was moving, you're going to get the same results. Because they already did it and showed you the way, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the path I'm on, because I'm trying to get different results, you hear me? I'm realizing that obviously the shit I'm doing getting me the same results, so I need to switch it up. Now some people come to this realization earlier than others, you hear me? It takes some people a little more kick in the ass to get them on track. I'm tired of getting kicked in mine, you hear me? So I'm gonna, you know, do what I have to do. You gotta first accept that shit. You gotta know that it is an issue, it is you that's holding you back. Because anything can happen to you, but it's about how you react to it or respond to it or perceive what just happened to you. Because we all know a person can look, 100 people could look at the same picture and you would get 100 different responses of how they felt about the picture. You know? Overall. So I'm really starting to understand this shit a little bit. And now I'm just having to apply it to my personal life. Because it's one thing to conceptualize it and to intellectualize it. meaning that you understand it from a mental state, but you're not acting on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand the concepts, but for so long I just been understanding without actually putting into action. And I guess basically that's another thing, a point that he pointed out boldly as far as action. You can think and feel all you want about certain shit and be on the right track, but if you're not putting in no action with them thoughts, then you're not gonna get the results you want. So if you feel like to you that having a million constitutes being rich as far as wealthy, but you know that you can, but you don't feel like it's out of your range to get it, then the attitude you got right there, you're gonna get that million. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like once you get that attitude, you already gonna know that the $1 million don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? You rich because you already feel rich, you know? Because if you lost that $1 million, would you now feel like you're not rich? Nah, you would know that you already rich, so you gonna get that million back. You ain't gonna feel like you lost anything. You gonna feel like, alright, I'm finna bounce back. You know what I'm saying? I'm rich, goddamn me, so I'm gonna always be rich, because that's the attitude I have. You know what I'm saying? So if you really got that attitude like that, then yeah, you're gonna always have money. You know? So that's just all I wanted to talk about while I'm riding through the town, goddamn me. Now, I've been straight thinking about making YouTube videos, just, you know, how a lot of people do, speaking on certain topics and expounding my mind on it. I realize I have a real unorthodox way of speaking, you know, kind of country a little bit. I don't got the type of vernacular a lot of these people have, talking all proper and shit. I curse a lot, or use profanity, or whatever you want to call it. But I feel like I'm gonna reach a certain crowd, you know, people that, you know, resonates with it, and that's the people I'm trying to reach, you know. I used to always want to please a lot of people, reach everyone, but I'm starting to understand that too, that everyone's not gonna be vibing the way you vibing. That don't mean it's bad, don't mean it's good. Just y'all on different frequencies, different channels, different stations, you know. But shit, all stations can be good depending on how you perceive it. Some people like rock and roll, some people like pop, some people like rap. But shit, I can listen to all of it, you hear me? It give you a different feeling. It's alright. So, let's just expand our mind, learn as much as we can to try to have shit, the best life we can have while we having this life. You know? I feel like that's about the wisest thing we could do. Stop going through the same cycles, you know? I feel like I done been through a certain cycle, shit, since I've been like 15, 16, and I haven't passed the test yet, because I'm steady going. Like, that's how you know if you pass the test, because you're not going to be going through that same shit no more. Because you already know the ins and outs and how you need to maneuver to get a different result. So you pass the test. You got an A, you know what I'm saying? If you keep flunking, you're going to keep having to repeat that same course over and over again until you get that shit right. But the thing is, eventually you're going to get it right. Once it's drilled in your head a million fucking times, you're going to know, okay, you done seen it from too many angles now. Like, yeah, I mean, you can try to just not avoid it and just don't want to pass it. Like, if you get to that point where, like, you know the answer, but you're so stubborn because you so stuck in your ways and you don't want to change, and you know the answer, but you don't want to change, then, yeah, you might fuck around and flunk forever, goddamn me. But I'm pretty sure them tests gonna start kicking your ass. Once you see everybody passing you up, and you see you stagnant for so long, and you growing old, you gonna learn your lesson. So basically, the goal is to try to learn them as quickly as possible if you can. You don't gotta beat yourself up, but if you can, try to learn your lesson, so our minds can perceive shit differently, and we can become rich for real. I'm gonna holler at y'all.